Oh, that's Carrie Fisher.
that's Carrie Fisher.
And Carrie Fisher, even at this point in time, she could still get it.
Yeah, but Carrie Fisher in this was awesome. Like in the moment when she was like casting the hot punks and like they walked in and she's pulling up her underwear.
I don't get it.
That was fucking hilarious.
I think that was
the
one
Carrie
of
Fisher thing. I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
How old are you?
I'm 32. Mind you, I've watched Star Wars at least 46 times.
I think you're talking. I think when most people talk about Carrie Fisher, they're talking about her physical appearance in terms of the slave Leia.
Yeah,
the slave Leia, and look, and that happened for me in 70 something. What the is wrong with
83,
you?
83. It was my birthday. It was around my birthday.
I was 6 years old when that happened, and that was the first time I think, hey, holy crap, there's this chick. And that, to me, is sort of stuck. That and then Devil and Miss Jones, the first porn I ever saw.
See, I still think the Twi'leks, the blue ladies, they were hotter than she was in that movie.
No.
Yes.
No.
They were way hotter.
Look.
I like space chicks. What can I say?
I would say you could coin flip that, honestly, for me.
Which ones are the blue ladies, the Twi'leks?
They're the ones with the two...
they're the ones that dance for jobs.
Oh, yeah. No, that was hot.
See?
Yeah. If you really paid attention to what was attractive, you would have noticed.
Exactly.
Then everyone would have slept with Harrison Ford.
Warning. The following program contains language not suitable for younger listeners and spoilers. You have been warned.
Now beamed from the fortified bunker below Culver City, California, this is Well, That Happens Movie Review.
Hey, what's up, world? It's that time of the week when Well That Happened reviews a movie.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Potts, what's the word?
The movie?
Movie. Sam Renderos, what's happening?
The movie of the week is Soapdish, starring Robert Downey Jr., Whoopi Goldberg, Sally Field, Elizabeth Shue, Kevin Kline in a soap opera-esque film from 1991. Todd, give us a logline from IMDb.
Or from Netflix.
Whichever one.
The Netflix logline is, soap opera star Celeste gets desperate when she finds out that her rival has been trying to get the producer to write her off the show. That's the movie we watched this week.
That's not how I describe it.
That's not how I describe it either. But let me do this real quick, Jeff.
Yeah.
This is a movie that we chose, that I chose. I admit, I chose this movie. I was excited because it has Whoopi Goldberg, Robert Downey Jr., Kevin Kline, Carrie Fisher, Sally Field, Elizabeth Shue, top quality staff and crew.
Sexy ass Terry Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher. And look, and I have the hots for Elizabeth Shue and have been ever since I was a kid and saw Adventures in Babysitting because she's amazing.
Wait. Oh my God, she is in that. I forgot.
Oh, yeah. And Everett. Yeah. Everett's here.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm still here.
So, Everett, did you watch the movie?
No, because somebody sent me an address instead of a movie.
Whoops.
So, yeah, that worked.
Well done, Sam.
He watched Wormwood.
All right, so you heard the log line. I'd like for each of the hosts to give their own log line to this film. Sam?
2 soap opera stars vie for the top position when a dark, mysterious past comes to haunt them.
That was nice.
I give up.
That was actually
I give
not
up.
really
I'm not
bad.
playing
I'm
anymore.
not mad at that.
Bad at all.
Yeah, that's
mad at
not
that
bad.
at all.
But that's not compared to anything about what I have.
What do you have?
Life sucks for waning star Celeste, but when an old flame shows up, she threatens to burn the whole show.
Oh, that was really good.
That's pretty soapy.
Yeah.
Not mad at that one either.
That was actually pretty good, Jeff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And your
Thank you.
voice actually
Got
was
balls.
nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My voice got balls.
Yeah.
It's like dropped. The sack dropped
was
finally.
fantastic. Everett's awesome.
When vodka goes out your nose.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Haley.
No, another drink won't solve.
Yeah.
You can't stall because we're just gonna cut out the time.
They call that Dutch courage.
Yeah.
I know. When a woman's niece shows up on her soap opera show to take over her life, that a family... I got nothing. I'm terrible at this
No,
one.
you don't.
A
Happen.
family secret arrives.
I know, I like that. When a woman's niece shows up, I've got nothing. The end.
When Iron Man writes a soap opera...
When Tony Stark is in the soap opera.
No, you can't say that. You gotta say cocaine, Robert Downey Jr.
That's right, because he was way drugged
nose
out in
deep
this period.
in this one.
Oh, and he looked it too. Not as much as he did during Natural Born Killers, but he
was there,
definitely looked it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So I'm going to go ahead and give you my pitch for the logline.
Okay.
Life begins to imitate art for soap opera star Celeste when the loves of her past begin to show up on her soundstage in New York City.
That's nice.
That's
good.
actually not bad.
Beautiful.
That's
I
good.
would like that whispered in my ear.
Right?
It was good.
Everett, would you like to give it a shot now?
No.
Okay,
I can't mess with you guys. I need to see the movie.
Oh, okay.
Now, because Soapdish is all about soap operas, I would like to hear you, my friends, pitch your own theme for a soap opera.
Like an episode?
Not like a theme, like a meta concept. Like Young and Restless, or General Hospital, or Dynasty, or Dawson's Creek, or...
Dawson's Creek.
Okay.
It's cute.
Oh, well, I came up with a pitch for one.
Yeah, I thought we were coming up with an episode. Like
All right, then do an episode. Do a single episode.
Well, I
Let's
got a
see.
series. I got a series.
Oh, you got a series.
I got a
So
series.
Jeff was on the right.
Jeff is right.
Jeff, even though he wanted to argue with me, was on the same page with me.
Well,
what the fuck, Jeff? We're
thought-
talking about the same thing.
I thought you were saying, like, come up with a title for one. That's what I thought you were saying, like Young and the Restless.
Oh, no.
Days of Our Lives, that type of thing. As opposed to, I have a pitch for a series.
Yeah, pitch for a series,
Okay.
pitch for a concept.
All right.
Of
Well,
a soap opera.
I will go with mine, right? Here we go. In a genetics laboratory, life grows awry when several scientists compete to create friends and enemies.
Not bad. A little sci-fi too.
It's a little
Not bad,
sci-fi, a little
sci-fi.
Frankenstein, a
I
little bit
dig
of,
it. I'm with you on that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Everett, you got one?
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm throwing you under the bus. You're here
Yeah,
long
throw-
enough.
yeah,
No,
I guess so.
it's your turn.
Step it up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm go streets with it. Half black, half Mexican, young black man. Because he's because as soon as you're black. Doesn't matter who you mix with.
That's Jim Crow.
Crap! I lost it. I had it in my head.
All right, Sam, go ahead.
There's Jim Crow again.
There you go.
I'm going to go with young drug smuggler finds out that his younger brother has now gone into direct competition with his operations and must find a way to eliminate the competition, all while falling in love with younger brother's wife. Booyah!
like-
Shazam!
Wow.
It's like it's like the 90210 version of Breaking Bad.
Fuck it, I'll take it.
The 90210 version of the Medellin cartel.
El Chapo.
Haley, shall I go or do you want to go?
I'll go. So when a mad scientist teams up with his evil twin sister, they discover that their aunt has also given birth to their brother and a zombie.
Wow.
Wow.
Trying to take my sci-fi horror thing away from me.
Interesting. Wow, I feel really lame because mine's just.
Yours are gonna be like New Hampton's hotel.
Well, I was gonna make him go to space.
Mine's gonna be like in the whitest part of America. Some white people got together and had white babies.
And I was gonna go in the direct opposite and have the black guy have nothing but white babies.
Okay, so
No, what I was gonna say was an intercontinental tanker that loses its power. Love, romance, and betrayal are on the menu amongst the ship's crew.
That's the Love Boat.
Yeah.
No, not the Love Boat. These are
This is not the Love Boat. This is the Broken Tanker.
the broken tanker. I mean, it's Love Boat, yeah, sure, but you don't pay for it.
It's broken. Tanker that's stuck on the seven seas.
That's the theme song right there. I love it.
Damn it, Everett, you're fired.
Ever did you get it back or?
Oh God, I can't
That was
compete with
good.
those. Those are good, man. Those are all good. I want to see both the sci-fi ones though.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, those are
That's
awesome.
because science fiction's the best.
Yeah, you can't.
And it's-
Really,
when you combine a science fiction with a western,
Yeah.
nothing gets better than Firefly.
Cowboys and Aliens.
Have not seen Cowboys and Aliens. Heard it's a fun movie.
It's awesome.
I love that movie.
Cowboys and Aliens and
I heard it's
Firefly and Serenity. Look,
Yeah.
look, these are the best things I've ever seen in my entire
Firefly and
life.
Serenity are fucking brilliant.
I
love
like
it.
the Warrior's Way, which is samurais versus
Yeah, she's good.
cowboys with carnies, and they're also versus the cowboys.
Warrior's
It's
Way?
amazing.
I don't know anything about this, but I'm writing it down.
It's
I'm
amazing.
giving you an air high five for that one. That was awesome.
It's
Those are
called,
good.
the film is called The Warrior's Way.
Yeah.
Yes,
I've
it's
never
amazing.
even heard of it,
It's
but I'm in.
done kind of
Good.
like a Frank Miller 300 type of film,
Yeah.
but it's It's
I
great.
hated the 300.
The style is
First
that
one or
way.
the second one? Or
I never saw the second
The
one.
style is that way, but
I really enjoyed
great.
the first one, and I think you're wrong.
I thought it was terrible.
Samurais versus cowboys.
That's totally different discussion.
or-
To steal a Sarah Silverman joke. They were like, Sarah Silverman said, on 1 to 10, how gay is this movie? The 300, and that's how they named it.
Wow. I'm really upset with that. 'cause
Yeah.
I like the joke and I like the movie. So.
I like the movie, but the joke's funny as hell.
That's Sarah Silverman. I can't take credit for that.
Yeah,
She's hilarious.
She's
all right. So let's talk about this film, kids. This film we saw called Soapdish. I want everyone to give brief review, 2 to 3 sentences, what they liked, what they didn't, and what they'd rate it. And if you'd like, I'll even go first.
Okay.
I had high expectations for this film, and I was let down. This film is unfortunately very dated and suffers from its own avarice. There's a lot of star power, and the acting talent is truly amazing, and acting is what I do, so I can speak from that. But Kevin Kline, Robert Downey Jr., Whoopi Goldberg, Elizabeth Shue, these people all turned in fantastic performances. The problem was the story was convoluted and lost. I'm going to give it a 3 because while funny and cute, ultimately I just didn't give a shit.
Okay, I'll go next.
Real
Yeah,
quick,
go for
before
it.
you go, this is a 3 out of what?
5.
Okay.
We use the Netflix scale because it's most of the movies that we watch, though, as with like the main show and the movie show, things get tweaked out from
Okay.
time to time. So we'll see how that goes.
3 out of 5.
All right.
Sam?
Here's my review for Soapdish. This was one of the most painful films I've had to watch. I'm not sure it's because it's dated or what they were trying to accomplish with such an ensemble cast, such talented people as Kevin Kline, Robert Downey Jr., Elizabeth Shue, so on and so forth. We all know I hated Zombiever, but I don't know what's worse, Soapdish or Zombiever. I truly hated this film. I only liked the performances brought in by Kevin Kline, Robert Downey Jr., Whoopi Goldberg. They were good with the bad material they were given. But Whoopi Goldberg, I will say, is the fucking shining light of this film. She is good in everything she's done, from the beginning of her career to the completely ignorable View show that she's on, but she is always brilliant, and I enjoyed her the most. Kevin Kline's physical comedy and his timing is brilliant. Unfortunately, the material he was working with is not good, but really, I fucking hate this movie. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5.
Oof.
Damn.
Wow.
Can I actually change my number?
Nope.
You actually, you
I
do
can.
realize you rated that, I think, lower than Avengers 2.
Oh, yeah, no. Avengers 2 was painful to me. I gave Avengers a 2.
Yeah, and you
I
rated
gave Avengers Age of Ultron a 1. I'm going to give this one a 2 because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, it just wasn't good.
No,
are crucial.
I hated it so much.
And I hate to go back on what I said, but like there really was a lot more negativity than goodness.
All right. I'm going to go with my review. I think the movie had no focus at the beginning, and it took about 3/4 of the movie for it to finally get a focus. There's actually something they were all fighting for, and at that point of the movie, it got good. Unfortunately, because there was no focus and the subplots and the plots were just all fluid and nothing was really quite clicking, it was very painful to watch. All of the performances were good by Kevin Kline and Whoopi Goldberg and everybody else. Everything else was boring to watch and nothing made quite sense.
Can I tell you the most painful scene for me in Soapdish was when they revealed the fact that Sally Field and Kevin Kline, their daughter, was Elizabeth Shue. And when she's talking about it while being filmed by Entertainment Tonight and the soap opera crew, was so atrocious. Like, Sally Field's performance in that moment was so painful to watch.
Which is
I
upsetting.
actually like that part.
I feel like she was to defend Sally Field, and I admit I am going to defend Sally Field in a lot of things because I love Smokey and the Bandit,
And she's the flying nun.
and she's the Flying Nun, and she's Gidget.
She is Gidget. I forgot about that.
I think that Sally Field is capable of a lot greater depth and tact as an actor. I feel a lot of what she was doing was directorial because she was directed as a soap opera star. I'm melodramatic. Look at me throw my arms up. Look at me storm around. And yes, it was overblown and ridiculous, but I think that was directorial and not Sally Field's fault.
I'm not saying that wasn't the intention of the film, but honestly, to watch a talented actress like Sally Field basically pull off shtick, Oh man, it was driving me absolutely nuts. I wanted to throw my remote control at the TV just to make it stop.
Everybody in that movie was doing shtick,
No, I'm not
except Whoopi Goldberg, who turned in an honest performance.
I'm not saying that they weren't doing shtick, all of them at all, but she was the most painful for me.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, whoa. I mean, still my review. So
Not anymore.
Yeah,
it's
no.
now Everett's.
So no, not yet. I'm not done yet. I haven't given my rating, so it's still mine. No, I mean, they were all pulling off shtick, but that was the whole point. It's a soap opera. It's supposed to be this melodramatic, overly bad acting, which they were trying to parody, for the movie, which is fine. But the only part about that scene, Sam, that I didn't quite agree with, is they wouldn't be airing that live. No point has there ever been a soap opera that has been aired live. They're always recorded previously and then edited in camera. The only thing that may have been aired live, again, it would have been edited, was the reviews, like the ET, the Entertainment Tonight stuff. However, again, going on later on, no one would have seen that aside from on the show. They would have only seen it on Entertainment Tonight. Yes.
That's not actually true.
There you go.
They did in the early days of soap opera and television.
In the 90s?
A lot of not in the 90s.
Well, then this is taking place in the 90s. That
but
doesn't matter.
you said never.
Okay, so never in this time period.
Never in this time period, true. But the fact is that soap operas and television shows were done live.
Yes,
and they made the point, and it was a throwaway line that you didn't catch on. They said it was going to be a stunt where they were going to broadcast it live.
But not.
No, that was the
No,
second
That was the
part.
second part. That was the second part.
That was when all three of them had complained to the head.
Yeah,
of the,
that was when at that point, they hadn't been doing that. Up to that point, everything's been edited and done on show.
But isn't it? Well, I could be wrong, but in that whole part where she's like, she's your daughter and all that, wasn't there a reporter on set?
That's what I just said. That there was a reporter
Okay.
on set, and that would have been
so
aired
it
live.
wasn't
But the
live.
show wouldn't have been aired live like
Right.
that.
Entertainment Tonight would have recorded it but not aired it live, and it seemed like they were trying to pull it off as if it was live. It just
Yeah, and
I also
generally-
have the feeling that the producers were cool with it being that way because the producers were like, no, this is good drama, this is the way it's supposed to be, because like Robert Downey Jr. and the old guy were sitting side by side going, hey, look at what we're doing.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have been on regular television. That would have been on Entertainment Tonight, and they wouldn't. I highly doubt they would have let that go. I mean, just going from a legal standpoint, because I work in television, legal's all over this shit.
Yes,
All the
you're
time.
right. I'm sorry if we allowed reality to interfere with television.
I mean, you're talking about these melodramatic over things, and then you're complaining about the performances, and yet I bring in one part of reality, and yet
No, I'm not saying-
that's the point that you're getting on me about. I don't think so. No, I mean,
to me, it just honestly, like, everyone's shtick was pretty much bad, but Sally Field was super awkward and just painful.
over the
The
top.
delivery was, yeah,
I haven't seen the movie, but
No,
and you guys don't. You're not encouraging me to do so.
well, no, because I still give the movie a 3. But
A
here's the
3?
thing. You still
Okay.
you almost have to. You can skip like 3/4 of the movie, get to the part where Kevin Kline's character is starting to date Elizabeth Shue. That's
Okay.
it. Once that happens, everyone finally starts to get there's a catalyst moment. There's like all of a sudden everyone's worried about ratings. Everything starts happening that you're like, oh, this is finally a movie. Up until that point, nothing matters.
Okay. So you give it a 3,
Yeah.
and we got 2 2s.
no, I got a one. I gave it a
You got a
one.
one.
I gave it a 2.
So I give it a 2. Okay.
Haley?
All right, so I remember it was around minute 50 when we hit pause and said, is this movie close to being over? So if you skip about 50 minutes and start watching the movie, then
The movie
it
starts.
starts getting entertaining. I honestly liked the scene where she went into the whole dramatics of Kevin Kline that this is his daughter.
Sam got up and left.
And Sam's gone.
You don't wanna
I
hear that.
liked that scene. I thought it was funny. The movie was cheesy as hell, but the number one thing that I couldn't stand, other than the whole beginning of the movie, was Montana. That character, I forget
yeah.
who plays her.
It's Kathy Moriarty.
Yeah, I couldn't stand. Well, first of all, her makeup was hideous. Nobody would wear that foundation, but that's just me.
They might in 91. You
Right.
don't know. You weren't alive.
I was alive in '91. I was born in '89.
Oh, you're
So you were alive in
baby.
91.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bet you wore that makeup.
I did. I was fabulous too. No, the makeup in that I couldn't stand. However, if we go back to Kevin Kline in his old age makeup, that was pretty cool. But yeah, I give this movie maybe a 2.5 just to drive Todd a little crazy.
I was gonna say my favorite sequence of the film was when they took Kevin Kline from the Florida dinner theater and brought him and were doing his makeup because he looked weathered and like time had abused him. And when he showed up at the studio, he was fresh, he was clean cut. I like that transformation. I like that sequence.
No. It wasn't
Not
time.
not as William Loman.
No. It wasn't time that weathered him. It was Florida that weathered him.
That's a good point.
I would like to say my favorite part of the movie is the fact that the unrepentant Stoli commercial that was this film. Everybody, whenever they were feeling shitty, the first thing they did was grab a fifth of Stoli and started just chugging it right from the bottle. Every single character. Because Stoli, my vodka choice.
Nice.
Maybe that's what the movie was
My favorite part of this movie was the wave machine in the background of almost every scene.
It looks good.
It looked good. I was like, I kind of want to build one of those.
They
damn
even
things.
made a point. They even made a point where the producer was like, "You spent $20,000 on a wave
I
machine."
know, and I was like looking at it after that, going, "It does look good, though. I kind of want one."
That's exactly the thought I had.
Everybody wants a wave machine in their backyard.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It looks great. All right, great. So that gives us a cumulative total of. Hold on.
Fuck it, don't watch it.
That gives us a cumulative total of 2.3.
So
I
would,
think that's my head math.
so would you
which is
recommend
not
this
horribly
movie?
wrong.
Yeah, what would you recommend this, Todd?
No. And that actually pains me to say because I love all of these actors and I have the hots for Elizabeth Shue. But the fact is this movie is extremely dated. Unless you come from the era and can relate to it, it absolutely does not hold up and is very, very difficult to watch. So no, I would not recommend this film.
Sam.
I would also say stay away from this movie. It has not stood the test of time. Sally Field, while looking pretty decent in this movie, is horrific. Whoopi Goldberg's a thing to see, but you know what? Go watch Ghost. She's fucking amazing in that.
Oh, go watch Star
Jumping Jack.
Trek: The Next Generation because she was amazing in that as the bartender.
Oh, yeah.
Go watch
She's great.
Sister Act. She was great.
Yeah, Sister
Don't hate on
Act.
Sister Act.
I love Sister Act.
No, well
Sister Act.
called, well
Yeah.
played.
Yeah.
I
Or-
watched Sister Act 2.
Oh,
no.
I like the second one too.
Or go watch
I
anything with
remember.
Whoopi Goldberg in it except Soap Dish.
But I thought you said she was good in this.
She is, but I'm just saying, Soap Dish overall, she has
The
such a
film
small
itself,
part.
She has a small part, unfortunately.
Super small part. So go watch something else.
She was great. I mean, she was great in it. She stole every single scene she was in. But
Yeah, I would say parts of this movie are funny. Parts of this movie are entertaining. I don't think it's worth watching the whole movie for those parts. So I would say not recommended.
Haley?
I think Everett watched the better movie this week by watching Wormwood. And honestly, thinking about that film, I would have probably rated it a 4 instead of a 3 now, thinking about it. This film, I'm completely forgetting about and never talking about it again.
I'm embarrassed because I try to recommend for the group decent films I think we're gonna like, and I had high hopes for this, and I was disappointed, and I apologize.
No, don't worry about
No,
it. I
it-
try not to pull movies that I think everyone's going to like. Zombievers.
Next week's movie is going to be my choice, and I have decided to pick 1989's Batman, starring Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, and we will discuss that next week on Well, That Happens Movie Show. And
Sounds
with
funny.
that, well,
Soap Dish.
That happened.